In this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 games of week 5 of the NFL season. I'm going to give you a preview. I'm going to give you my predictions. Stay tuned. It's win or lose. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. This is Timo. Win or lose, the new YouTube podcast channel. Support the channel. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Comment. Hit the bell icon for you get my videos every time I hit y'all with something. I want to talk a little NFL in this video. Week 5 of the NFL season started last night with that, grueling game to get through yesterday, wasn't it? The Indianapolis Colts defeated the Denver Broncos 12-9. That was a rough watch. I'm not going to lie to you. It seemed like every Denver game on primetime has been a tough watch. That Sunday night game a couple of weeks ago against the 49ers. Oh, man, this one yesterday might have been worse than that. It was like watching paint dry. I'm not going to lie to y'all, I think getting a root canal would have been more exciting than that game. We got through it, and hopefully we get better games this weekend. I'm going to go over my top 5 games that I think are this week in the NFL. Some good games this week, but I'm just going to, hone in on these top 5 games that I think are going to be the best games of the weekend. And we're going to start in the AFC with the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. And the Browns can make an argument they could be 4-0. They've been in every game. Every game, it seems like, has come down to the wire. They've had a chance. They won 2 and they've lost 2. But they've been in every game. Every game has been good. Once Deshaun Watson gets back from his suspension, this is going to be a tough team. This team has a lot of talent. Jacoby Brissett is, you got to realize he is a backup for a reason. He's made some plays and, did some things that might have lost them a few games, but he's hanging in there. They're playing hard every week. Like I said, they're in every game. The Chargers are kind of banged up on the offensive line. The quarterback, Herbert has the ribs injuries. I don't know if Keenan Allen's going to play. And the defense losing Joey Bosa, one of the best pass rushers in the game. They were able to beat Houston last week, but I think this is going to be a tougher game as Cleveland will have Myles Garrett back. They didn't have him last week in their loss against the Falcons. He had an accident. So he should be back this week. I like the way Cleveland is playing. I like that, this is a good offense. Like I said, once they get Deshaun Watson back, sky's the limit, I think, for them. Defense is playing okay. They can be playing a little bit better. They've given up some yards and some, plays that I thought they would be better than what they are, because I feel like the offense has held their end of the bargain. You know what you're going to get for Brissett. Anything over 17 should be a plus with your backup quarterback, and I think he's delivered that. Cleveland is, averaging over almost 24, 25 points a game. So I like the way they're playing offensively. The defense has been a little bit of disappointment for me. I don't know if Clowney's going to play this week or not, but they're playing against a banged-up offensive line with the Chargers. I think they should be able to get to Herbert a little bit, give him a couple of problems. He's going to be without, like I said. I don't think Keenan Allen's going to play, but they kind of got back on track last week offensively, but it was against the Texans. So we'll see how this goes against Cleveland. I think this is going to be another good game, down to the wire. I'd like the Browns to win this one at home. I think the Browns have enough to run the ball. Los Angeles is having trouble stopping the run. I think they can run the ball with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb and keep Herbert off the field. Run the ball, get to the quarterback. I think this is a bad matchup right now because the Chargers have so many injuries. They have the injuries on the offensive line, and they have Bosa out, and they have trouble stopping the run. So I think I'm going to take Cleveland to win this game in a hard-fought game. I like the Browns to win this game 28-24 over the Los Angeles Chargers. But like I said, just like all Cleveland games, it's going to come down to the wire, and it should be a good game. But I like the Browns to win at home 28-24. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Arizona Cardinals. For some reason, it just seems like they're a better road team than home team. It seems like they just struggle for some reason, get off to a slow start. Kyler Murray can't get it going to the second half. It seems like they're a slow starting team at home. Eagles come in undefeated, feeling themselves. I think the only issue here with Philadelphia would be overconfident. If they come in and play their game and play the way the offense and defense has been playing, I think they should win this game. But Arizona, they have J.J. Watt back. They can create some turnovers, get at the quarterback. Hurts hasn't been down yet this season. I want to see what it's like when Jalen Hurts is down maybe 10 points or 2 scores. How will he handle that? Will they have to abandon the running game? I want to see him throw 30 to 40 times. With the Eagles, it's kind of been, even though they are undefeated, it's kind of like they'll either play a good first half and then slow down in the second half, or last week against Jacksonville, they started off slow and then had the good second half. So they 4-0. Don't get me wrong, they're 4-0, but they really haven't played a complete 60-minute game yet. So they're fortunate to be 4-0, and they're playing against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, who seem like they can't put two halves together either. I think Philadelphia is the better team. Only way I think they lose this game is if they come in and feel like, overlook Arizona, which I don't think they will, because I like Jalen Hurts' mindset. I think he can go in there. I think this is a team that they can run the ball with, control the line of scrimmage, get after Kyler Murray a little bit. They don't have to worry about falling down, a couple of scores. Because I want to see Hurts play from behind. The Eagles have had the lead in every game. I don't think they've trailed at all this season. Maybe a few times, but not much at all. They got behind last week against Jacksonville. Let me correct myself. They got behind 2 scores against Jacksonville last week, and he responded to that. But I want to see how he handles that on the road. I think all in all, the Eagles are the better team. So I think they will win this game 31-20. I think they just have too much firepower for Arizona to keep up with DeAndre Hopkins being out. They have receivers who are injured. I just don't think they have enough offensive weaponry right now to keep up with the Eagles. So I like the Eagles to win that game 31-20. The Dallas Cowboys against the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams look terrible on Monday. I think they need to come up with a better scheme to get more people involved other than Cooper Kupp. Sean McVay is this genius. I want to see it. I want to see you get more people involved. You went out and spent money on Allen Robinson. You need to find a way to get other guys the ball. Maybe Cam Akers in the passing game. I just want to see the Rams kind of do more things and do better things to kind of get more people involved. And that might hurt a little bit because the offensive line is banged up and Dallas can get to the quarterback. Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, they can get to the quarterback. So that might be a advantage Dallas. And Dallas defense has been winning games for them and keeping them in ball games because their offense has been, it's been okay. It hasn't been great. Cooper Rush has been good at, managing the game, not turning the ball over, not putting the defense in bad situations, and that's been good for Dallas. But like what I was talking about earlier with Hurts, I want to see what happens when Rush gets behind, 2 scores or 10 points, and he has to throw the ball, more than he would like. Will his flaws start to show? When it's 3rd and 15 and he got to throw the ball, you can get after him with Aaron Donald. The corners can get up there and press. I want to see how Cooper Rush handles that. I think the Rams can't play no worse than what they played last week against the 49ers. The 49ers just have their number. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Even though they did beat them in the NFC title game last year, it just seems like they struggle against that defense. Maybe some home cooking, even though it may be more Cowboy fans in LA than it is Rams fans. That's going to be another, piece of the puzzle. Cowboys might have the home field advantage in this game. But all in all, I feel like the Rams were embarrassed. They're going against a backup quarterback. I feel like if they can jump out to a 7-0 lead, 10-0 lead, make Cooper Rush, have to throw the ball to get back in the game, I think they will be okay. I think the Rams will win this game at home 23-17 over the Dallas Cowboys. The Sunday night game, you got the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This should be a good game. The 2 best teams in the AFC North, in my opinion. Both 2-2. Baltimore has given away their 2 losses. I feel like they're for some reason they're struggling at home. They had 17-point lead against Buffalo last week. They blew that, and then they had the 17-point lead against Miami that they gave away a couple of weeks ago. So I just want to see Lamar Jackson take care of the ball. I think that's just what it boils down to with Baltimore. Lamar take care of the ball. He's been playing great. Get it to his guys and just do what he does. If If he can do that thing, everything is just coming in play. They have no problem scoring. It's just turning the ball over. Last week I feel like they should have took the field goal. Who knows how that game would have turned out against Buffalo. But you got Cincinnati, who started off 0-2. They done won 2 straight, so they're starting to get it together a little bit. I think this would be a tough challenge for them going into Baltimore, but I think it's a challenge they can win. I feel like the Bengals, are the AFC champions, and we're not really talking about them in the AFC like we should. I think going into Baltimore and getting a decisive win will start to, open that chatter back up a little bit. Let people remind y'all that they are the AFC champs. I think it should be a good game. I want to say shootout, but when I say shootout, it'd be a nice defensive game. Both teams are, I think, evenly matched. Baltimore's secondary kind of scares me against Cincinnati's receivers, but Cincinnati's offensive line kind of scares me, and they really they've, to me, been worse protecting Burrow than they were last year. They went out and spent this money on the offensive line, but it seems like they're struggling even more now to protect him. I think it will be not as much scoring as we expect. I think Baltimore will win this game. Hard-fought game. I think Baltimore will win this game 24-21. I'm going to say Justin Tucker kicks a game-winning field goal, and the Ravens win this one 24-21. And the last game of my 5 games I'm previewing for Week 5 of the NFL season is going to be the Monday night game, AFC West matchup. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This AFC West is not as great as we thought it would be going into this season. It was people saying this might be the best division ever, the best quarterbacks ever. All 4 teams could make it, and the Raiders come in 1-3. The Chiefs come in at 3-1. Raiders have been a little disappointing. I feel like this offense should be, I was expecting this offense to be one of the best in the league, and it just hasn't clicked right now with Derek Carr and Devontae Adams and Darren Waller. I don't know if Renfro is going to play this week or not. He should be back from the concussion. But this offense isn't clicking like I thought it would be. They did get the running game going last week with Josh Jacobs, so that'll help to keep Mahomes off the field. Chiefs won a shootout last week against Tampa Bay, so that offense is looking good and going against a bad Raider defense right now. So I'm expecting a high-scoring game. I think the Raiders can keep up. I just think the Chiefs defense can make a play to win this game for them. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think the Chiefs will win this game 38-28. Mahomes will have another big week. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Like I said, subscribe, comment, like button. Thanks again, guys.